Hey, it's Erika. Welcome to part 2 of my first listen for TAEYEON's Letter to Myself, the 6th mini album. This is part 2. Obviously, YouTube doesn't like it if I do more than 5 songs in more than 4 songs in a video, like first listen type scenario. So we gotta break them into 2 parts because we're checking out 5. So part 1 included Hot Mess, Blue Eyes, and Strangers. This part's gonna be Blur and Disaster. So far, really loving the album, really loving the sound. I do color code videos for these. I just find for you the best solution for you for me to follow along together in real time. But I don't make these, so if they're wrong, please don't kill the messenger. But yeah, I'm really loving the album so far. I think it's really great. I love the title track. I check out everything but the title track. I'll check out my music video reaction for my thoughts on those, just so it's not like repetitive and then I'm just like, because I already checked out the song so many times. But yeah, Letter to Myself is cool. It has a little bit of like a rock vibe. Hot Mess is cool. It's a little bit more like experimental, kind of but has like that still kind of very much rock presence in there. Not very in your face, but she's there. Kind of a little bit more kind of deconstructed. It's not very in your face type of thing. Blue Eyes, really great R&B track from TAEYEON. Strangers, another good R&B one. Signaturely TAEYEON. But it's a slay every time, so she's slayin'. But I gotta kind of do a video quick because my light might die on me in the middle of the video, and I will not have it. I had to charge it for I charged it for like an hour and a half, hour 15 before I started recording because they're battery powered. So hopefully, please don't turn off on me in the middle of the video. But with that, we can go ahead and dive on into Blur. I know that it's kind of just like the title track is like a specific sort of vibe to it, but I don't know, all the B-sides are kind of very much reflective of that concept as well. And I know SM just will mainly do the title track as the name of the album, you know what I mean? Like that's just what SM Entertainment does a lot of the time. So, but kind of just like Letter to Myself, with kind of just like each track could also just be like her writing letters to herself, not necessarily just what the title track concept was, but I can definitely see that working for me, or working just as like the meaning overall and stuff. But we're not done with the album, so let's go and check out Blur. Are we turning up? Girl, I was coming down. Okay, get vocals.
Something in the mirror 깨진 가면 속에 표정을 들켜버린 잃어버린 거야 아님 처음부터 갖지 못한 better me 더 괜찮은 척해다 감춰버린 그것이 마치 그게 다 나란 듯이 애매한 색깔에 갇혀버린 뭐야 뭘 위한 나였지 It's all a blur 자유롭지 못한 내 words 아파해도 외면한 heart 나 사라져 전부 I don't recognize you It's all a blur 산산이 더 뜨겁게 burn 더 신기루라 해도 run 멀어져가 전부 I don't recognize you It's all a blur
This one is, it's very TAEYEON, but like okay.
숨차게 달려왔던 자리 다시 밝힐 꿈결 속을 헤매지
It's a little bit like sing rapping. Stop, I see you, TAEYEON.
내 진짜 마치 아무도 아닌 듯이 조각난 채 아프게 맞춰진 대체 뭘 위한 나였지 It's all a blur 자유롭지 못한 내 words
Come on, and the way they kind of building it up. Come on, say less.
I don't recognize you It's all a blur 산산이 더 뜨겁게 burn 더 신기루라 해도 run 멀어져가 전부 I don't recognize you
Ooh. Damn, girl. Got me feeling things.
잠들 수조차 없어 선명히 원했던 나일 뿐인 네 관심 밖에서도 눈이 부신 이제야 봐 다시 follow my dreams 이 모든 날 제대로 봐
Slam, right there. Is she hitting those notes? Is that her voice? I just never heard her that high. Damn.
It's just a blur.
She gave Mariah Carey a run for her money. Damn. That one was really dope. That's probably so far my favorite one that I've heard. I wasn't expecting it to turn up in that sort of way. I don't know, but like there's always, I was saying in part one, I was like, there's this thing with like TAEYEON where there's just like a deeper kind of like emotional connection, I feel like, between her music and like the listener. Like it's just something that gets so kind of just like broken down and just like raw with whatever the emotion of the song is, that you just feel it in your soul. And she's had a grip on my soul for the longest time. And if you've been around for a minute, you know that. But yeah, I really like Blur a lot. Like that one everything's very kind of just like a signaturely TAEYEON B-side, I feel like, or just sound in general. Some of them I wouldn't necessarily associate with like a general B-side TAEYEON sound. But like everything is still sounding very, very TAEYEON. Like I'm like, oh no, I could see this. Like Blur, it has something I would think it would pop up more in like a title track or like a single release for her. So that was really dope. I like Blur a lot though. Like that's one of the better songs that are showcasing her vocals and stuff. And there's like a one thing I feel like with just like I or like Y and stuff from TAEYEON, it's very much like that would be kind of just like very much like early on solo kind of showcase of her voice, fresh kind of solo work, but also was still like Girls' Generation was more active at that point, so just like more branching off that sort of TAEYEON that we knew to be the main vocalist in like those sort of songs. But Blur, I'm like, now we got some more maturity, we got some weight behind us. Like your voice changes as you get older, your singing voice and everything, you know what I mean? And I feel like this was just like a beautiful showcase of that. I don't know if I ever heard her sing like this. And I've been around for almost a decade when this K-pop thing, so oof, Miss Ma'am. And maybe there's just some B-sides I'm about to miss in some albums, but for sure I'm like, okay, TAEYEON, show them. Okay, last track we're gonna be checking out, Disaster, is gonna be a gut-wrenching ballad. Who knows, you know what I mean? But the album, I would say it's very emo, I'll be honest and stuff. It's kind of definitely matching the sort of aesthetic that like the title track was kind of given, you know what I mean? But again, I don't know, there's TAEYEON in that like emotional thing that always just hits so different for me, with me personally. And I know I probably can't even be alone in this, because like, what is an original experience? They like don't exist anymore. You sort of think so if it's like in your little bubble, but with the internet and how niche everything is, I'm like, damn, nothing. I don't got an original thought. I don't. So yes, Disaster, let's go. Okay, interesting. I like the guitar. Okay, she did not need to turn up the song for the end of the album. Again, they're just so like storytelling, like with the songwriting, the lyricism, that's just so good when it comes to TAEYEON. Very signature TAEYEON sound once again. Surprise on me. The last two are like so TAEYEON though. So TAEYEON. But song is such a concept she's done so many times that I eat it up every time. I eat it up every time. I always say it's just like beautifully tragic, but maybe Perfect Disaster is much more. Well, I feel like Disaster is not as. Fun. Miss Han, is she? I feel like the song and the concept and the lyrics are like so Taeyeon. Like you can find.
It's a perfect disaster. It's a perfect disaster.
You can find like so many different versions of this song, and I feel like it's so classically Taeyeon. Like if you had to show anybody one song to just really give the vibe of like Taeyeon, I'm like Disaster is probably gonna be it. For me, honestly, she did not have to turn that hard for the end of the album. Like I thought we were doing great with the other ones, but just like Blur and Disaster, oh my god, they're like my favorites. They're like my favorites because like I don't know, I'm just like this is like the epitome of a Taeyeon track. Like it really is, and. Again, like, I just feel like it does, because I've always, like, really considered a lot of her concepts, like, beautifully kind of tragic, you know what I mean? Like, kind of just, like, this sort of, and a lot of it is just sort of this just, like, end of, like, a relationship fall apart, ness, you know what I mean? That she has a lot of concepts and songs about, but it works so well, and vocally here was just, like, so beautiful. If it wasn't in Korean, it would definitely be something you'd probably hear on just like the radio today, you know what I mean? And something like people would connect with very, very deeply. But like again, there's just like this more emotional thing, you know what I mean? And then like it just, I don't know, it just feels like gross. And I always feel like it gets like deeper just because of just like not only just like the way and like some of it has to be the way she's singing and just like the emotion she's able to convey through her voice. But I don't know, there's always something just so deep that just kind of always hits me in my feelings and my soul. Taeyeon, she knows what she does to me. But I really loved it. I think it was great. Disaster was beautiful. It's just like, I don't know, for me, like the epitome of like a Taeyeon song ever, you know what I mean? And again, there is like the happy ones, which we really, really love, but again, mostly Taeyeon exists in this sort of tragic, sad, emotional sort of space, you know, that she does so well. And a lot of the times I'm not left feeling like sad about them, you know what I mean? It's almost just like I'm left kind of feeling understood in a weird way. Like, I'm not saying I have a lot of personal experience. Well, we don't gotta go there. We don't gotta go there. It's not a therapy session. Taeyeon, girl, this is not therapy. But like, for sure, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. Like, in a way, it's just like, it's like kind of this sort of just like understood comfort zone, because it's not necessarily like the feeling like that you walk away with. You don't necessarily ever walk away like sad or depressed with their stuff, even if it is like a little bit more just like a sad song. But it's just this sort of beautiful way of writing such like a sad music and like breakups and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know, it's a very interesting feeling that you sort of are able to sort of just like walk away with. I don't know, maybe it's just that it much more feels like an outsider looking into like the relationship rather than putting myself in the position of that. But then sometimes you just can't necessarily get out of your own way, and you sort of fall into these just sort of repetitive patterns where it just always ends up the way that it ends up every single time. And it's just how do we fix it? And it's not necessarily about fixing it, but it's a much more kind of that just like experience of it, which again, I feel like we can look through so many different Taeyeon B-sides, a lot of them, and walk away with this sort of concept, this sort of perspective. But yeah, and that's what I love it, because it's just like tragic, this like tragically beautiful, I can't sing, you can hear my voice, oh my god. But I was thinking dancing through life, oh my god. But like, it definitely is like that, and I feel like, I don't know, it just like, because it's like, I feel like something we all can experience like getting in her own way, no matter just like what it is, and just sort of having these repetitive behavior, not necessarily for like a relationship, but a relationship is always just like the easiest metaphor for those things, but it can be a relationship with anything, you know, literally anything, not just people, objects, whatever you want it to be, you know, and it works, and in a way it has that like sort of connection. But then also the way she sings, you're just like, you always feel that connection to TAEYEON, and that's something she's always really certain. Girl, you wanna know what song gets me crying? Like, I feel like there is a lot of TAEYEON songs in my crying playlist, but those, like, they're not the ones that get me crying. You know what I mean? It's just sort of like when I'm sort of like coming down, then I'm just like, I need some almost like comfort and reassurance. You know what I mean? With whatever I'm feeling. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. She really locks into those more sad, not pretty emotions, you know what I mean? And she does it so well. Sometimes it's a little bit sinister, sometimes it's very much, it's more tragic oftentimes than not, or it's a beautiful disaster. But like, oh, I forgot, I was going on a train, and then I just totally derailed. I had a good thought too. It was a good thought. But yeah, no, she really, I don't know, there's just something, especially with this album, at least all the B-sides, that's very much more, again, the lyricism is very much more like a story being told throughout every single one, different scenes, different scenarios. I see the music videos in my head already. Like, I just see like every line she's singing, I'm just like, oh, I see exactly where we cut to. I see how the way exactly this plays out, how it plays into the lyricism. But yeah, no, and she's slaying for a reason, because she slays every time. I think I lean a lot towards, like, I like Hot Mess because it's very experimental in that nature, and it's cool and has a little bit more like a rock vibe for TAEYEON. I really love Blur because it's just such, I don't know, I feel like if you wanted to show somebody TAEYEON's vocals, I'm like, show them Blur. Show them what she got, you know what I mean? We're giving them the best of the best. Or maybe you build up to Blur. You know what I mean? You get a few of the hits out the way, then we go to Blur. I really love Disaster 2 as well. That's a very signature TAEYEON type of song. That's very much what I love TAEYEON for. You know what I mean? Because the girl, I don't know, she speaks to my soul. She always hits different, and she always has. You know what I mean? I like Strangers, I like Blue Eyes a lot. Those are also really good ones. But I feel like the album overall is just like the epitome of just like a TAEYEON album. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's everything that she does, and that she does so well, with every single song in there. You know what I mean? Like, Blue Eyes is a little bit more of a love song. Hot Mess, and then like Strangers and Blur, again, it's just, I don't know, she always does it so well. Like, before like every love song was about like a toxic relationship, TAEYEON was there. She was existing there before anybody else was, okay? But I really love it. To me, Louder Myself, it's just the epitome of just like TAEYEON's career, her music, her style, her sound, her everything sort of at this point, with a lot of the B-sides, and I think that's really great. And again, you can look at each song being a letter to myself, like, I see how I behave. I didn't say I was gonna change, but I see how I behave. But yeah, and I loved it for that, because we love slaying in this house. Again, gotta end the video before my light dies, and surprisingly it hasn't yet. But I really loved it. It's a beautiful project. I love TAEYEON so much. Miss Slayon. She just, it's different in my soul. It's always been different in my soul, and it will always continue to be different in my soul. She got a grip on it, and she knows. I don't know. They're just like this, I don't know. I'm just like, through the music, why do I feel like there's this mutual understanding of like her emotions, my emotions, the feelings, and everything? I'm like, TAEYEON just gets it. You know what I mean? And with, especially, it's so interesting, a bigger discussion about like with K-pop and everything, and a lot of it being about like, I don't know, like disassociation, like whether it's just like super cute, super happy stuff, disassociates you from whatever else is going on in your life, you know what I mean? It's like TAEYEON's the opposite of that. She really gets those emotions head on, like, you know what I mean? Like, she don't beat around the bush. She gets in there. She tells you how she feels, and makes me feel things too as well. But that just sort of, this, yeah. Anyways, that's a bigger picture discussion for a different day. Anyways, go to put your thoughts and comments down below. Check out my TAEYEON's letter to myself, her 6th mini album. Your thoughts, comments down below. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you liked me and you want to see more of my videos, go and hit that subscribe button. If you want to see my videos the second they come out, hit that notification button. If you want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, or description down below, or at the end screen. If you like gaming content, I have a gaming channel. It's called Erika. Currently playing Horizon Forbidden West, so if you could join me over there for that. Thank you so much for watching. Love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.